Good day everyone, I am Lloyd Talabon, a second year college student at Davao Central College, taking up Bachelor of Science in Criminology. So for today's video, I am going to show interpretations of the different rights of individual as stated in the Bill of Rights. As we all know, Bill of Rights has 22 sections. By this time, I am going to just directly interpret the 22 sections. Bill of Rights Section 1 on my own interpretation. No one should be denied the right to equal protection under the law or to be unprivileged to their life, liberty, and property without the proper process of the law. Sections 2. Upon searching a particular papers, houses, or person, there should be a search warrant or warrant of arrest presented to the person before doing the such act. Failure to do this, the person or owner can block their action. Section 3 states that the confidentiality of communication and correspondence shall be unaffected as long as it is required by the court and law. Section 4, there is no law that be restrict anyone's freedom of speech, expression, or the press, or the ability to peacefully congregate and petition the government for their complaints. Section 5 states that there is no law that was made in establishing religions, institutions, or restricting their free practices. Everyone has the right to enjoy their religion. Section 6 states that every people has the freedom of abode and the freedom to change it. With the bounds of the law must not be restricted other than by a valid court order, and there is no law that restricts travels. Section 7 states that all persons has the right to be informed on any matters of public concerns, and anyone can access to officials' acts, transactions, records, and documentations and papers pertaining to official acts as well as to be government research data. Section 8 states that there is no law that was made to restrict the employed people in public or private sector to formulate unions, associations, or societies for purposes. Section 9 states that without the appropriate compensation, no private property can be taken as public use. Section 10 states that no law shall be passed to lessen the force and effect of a contract. Section 11 states that all people has the right to access to the courts and quasi-judicial bodies for the reason of poverty. Section 11 states that anyone being investigated for committing a crime has the right to be notified of his right to stay silent and to be represented by a qualified attorney, ideally one of his choosing. He shall not be subjected for torture, coercion, assault, threats, intimidation, or any other method that violates his right to free choices. Any confession or admission acquired in contradiction of these or these agreements, Section 17, shall not be admitted as evidence against him. The law must include provisions for compensation for the rehabilitations of tortured victims as well as their relatives, as well as criminal and civil penalties for violations of this section. Section 13 states that all defendants must be able to pass bails with appropriate suretiness or to be released on their own recognizance before being found guilty with the crime carrying a reductions perpetua or reclusion perpetua when the case is solid, so excessive bail will be needed. Section 14 states that no one may be tried for a crime without first receiving a fair trial. The accused shall be presumed innocent in all criminal prosecution until proven guilty and shall be entitled to the following right: the right to be heard by himself and counsel, the right to be informed of the nature and basis of the accusations against him, the right to speedy, impartial, and public trial, the right to confront the witnesses face to face, and the right to compile the attendance of witnesses and the productions of evidence in his defense. After arraignment, however, the trial may continue without the accused as long as he has received the proper notice and his absence is unjustified. Section 15 states that the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended except in instances of invasions or erosions when the public safety is needed. Section 16 states that all people has the right to a speedy dispositions of the cases before all judicial and quasi-judicial or administration. Section 17 states that no person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. Section 18 states that no one may be held against him or her will only because of their political ideas and goals, except as a penalty for a crime for which the party shall have been lawfully convicted. There shall be no involuntary servitude of any kind. Excessive times and severe, inhumane, or degrading punishment are prohibited in Section 19. Section 20 states that no person shall be imprisoned for debt or non-payment of roll tax. Section 20 states that no person shall be twice in judiciary of punishment to the same offenses. Section 22 and the last section of the Bill of Rights state that no bill of attenders or ex post facto law may be passed. So that would be all. Thank you for listening. God bless us all.